Make sure you record this time.
All right, so this is slightly different than the usual, meditation we do here. So trying to have some experiential taste of what we talked before as self-remembering. So even you don't even have to close your eyes initially. Even some styles of meditation in Zen, they actually kind of staying like that. They are looking down, unfocused, which is great because then we practice being present or practice presence or self-remembering. The eyes open, and then it's more sustainable as we're waiting for the bus or waiting at traffic or yeah, then it's fine to close your eyes as well. You can alternate. So, yeah, we can start by becoming aware of the breath. This is one of the most stable anchors into the present. Keeping awareness on the breath. Allow yourself to really arrive. Let go of the day, of past, future. Notice the belly rising and falling. The freshness connected to the inhalation, the release. So we are using this breath awareness as an anchor into the present moment, because the tendency of the mind is always to check out. So whenever you notice you drifted elsewhere, you can gently bring yourself back to the here and now. Whenever you hear the bell here, it's an alarm clock, a reminder. And in case you left the present somewhere else in the mind, you can use that as a reminder. Bring yourself back to just what is here. Or if you hear the bell and you're already present, use that to reaffirm your commitment to staying in the now. Okay, so now let's shift focus, or you can still casually notice the body breathing, but open your aperture of attention and sense the contact between the body and the chair. It's also as a trick to stay in the present, because when we are checked out in daydreaming, we're not aware of the body. So sense the sensations of the contact area. And the sensation, the seat bones, the back, the floor. You can also open your eyes. Open, close the eyes. Practice different ways about it. Yeah, alternate. But we are just observing the body, and now you can contemplate, you know, the body globally, noticing whatever energies are in the chest, in the belly, or just noticing sensations, energies, feelings. Without trying to analyze them, or there's no need to label them, without trying to change anything. And not checking up. So being present to the body and the emotional body, witnessing them. If there's any sense of unpleasantness, which is some type of suffering, actually. If there is any sense of unpleasantness, notice where it is exactly and welcome it. Welcome it. Let it be as it is. And just allow it and observe it. Whenever you catch yourself, you left the present in the mind, bring yourself back. Now you can bring some awareness, observe this the experience of the world. If you're with the eyes closed, notice sounds in the present. It's as if you are like an alien, you never heard these sounds before, like a baby. If you are with the eyes open, and you can encourage you to try this a bit, you can actually gaze around the room like kids are, looking at various objects here. You can look for a moment, then you can look at another object. So we are observing visuals. And try to keep the other ones going too, somehow noticing a little bit the breath, noticing your body, noticing some passing thought. You may see some object and you'll be like, oh yeah, this reminds me of my grandma, and this, okay, see that, don't go along with it. So we are present to the full experience of the now. Initially, this is like you may feel like a strong effort, or you feel it's artificial or something, you're going crazy. But actually, with some more practice, you will find this, it's natural. Actually, children, they tend to do that before they are conditioned, all kind of stuff. Okay, so you can close the eyes back, close back the eyes, and now if you can actually, instead of noticing this or that, notice this inner spaciousness. The eyes closed, it's this kind of like black, empty sense of emptiness. But actually, you know, the sensations and the thoughts, the feelings, they are like colors appearing on this canvas. And the canvas is this inner spaciousness, inner emptiness. So notice this inner background. By opening your attention and not focusing into anything. Simply allow yourself to be. So far, we've been kind of playing on the field of observing phenomena and staying in the present. So now let's add this self-remembering element of notice the sense of existing. Notice the sense of being aware. The tricky aspect is that which is aware is actually invisible and we can't pinpoint it. So we can't notice it in the same way we notice a feeling or a sound. So it's, however, it is here, we are it. Another way to put it, while still resting in the now, notice this I am, the sense of this presence, which is here. Another way to put it is sensing this aliveness. There's this aliveness right now. This conscious onness. Because right now, where we are, this presence is effortlessly hearing this voice or the traffic. This presence is aware of sensations in the belly. or let's say we are aware of the breath for a moment, being the witness of the breath. And you can turn your attention towards that which is aware of the breath. Yeah, so we are playing with this, being aware of our own aware presence. So this presence, which is, we all have it, we all are it, is sensing itself, as well as the thoughts, the feelings. So once again, don't try to, you won't find it. You can't grasp it. You can't grasp this presence. It's a little bit like the eye. Our eye, physical eye, cannot see itself. Only in the mirror we can see the eye, but the eye sees everything, yet it cannot see itself. In the same way, this aware presence is aware of everything all the time in our life, yet it is invisible. And yet it is possible to become aware of, like, oh wow, I'm here. I'm putting words to it, but in the Zen, they are calling it the isness. Notice the isness. And throughout these attempts, you may be hijacked by some thoughts. You'll think about this or that. Then basically, you're falling back asleep into daydreaming. Then we come back, we wake up, let go of the past or the future. And coming back to the present, noticing the present, then noticing the presence. This self-remembering requires that we allow everything to be as it is. We are not trying to change the phenomena. We're not trying to change the thoughts and the feelings. There is an accepting of what is here. Relax your attention, open your attention. So we're having more this directionless attention. Because attention, when we direct attention towards something, that can only be an object, sound, feeling, a thought. But to sense the self, to be aware of ourself, we'll be aware of the presence, we can't focus attention on it. We focus, it goes away from it. So we more like allow attention to fall back towards the source of attention. Or, you know, this is too abstract, too complex. The key word is to free your attention. Don't focus into anything. And notice this aware silence. Who's this wise man, English gentleman, Rodney Collin? He said, it's a beautiful quote I remember for a long time. He said, if you are not established, no, he said, learn to live in the present. If you are not established in the present, you are nowhere and nothing is possible. So this present moment is a portal towards more possibilities in terms of healing, awakening. It's a prerequisite. He also said that self-remembering is a compass. It will show you the direction you need to go, something like that. Because this presence that is now hearing Mihai, actually this is, whether we are aware of it or not, this is unconditioned intelligence. This is the divine spirit. This is spirit. So often we can solve a lot of our problems or conflicts rather than going into the problem to go to the level of the solution. Einstein said that solution is not at the level of the problem. So sometimes we are trying to go into the feeling or thoughts to solve some problem, but the problem will be solved if we remember ourselves and we come back to the present and we become aware of our true self, of this sense of being. This by itself would disassemble a lot of shit. A beautiful quote from this Indian sage, Ramana Maharishi, which I'm realizing now, it points this towards self-remembering, becoming aware of the subject. He said, whatever arises, be interested in that which is aware of it. So this is pretty tricky and deep stuff. Whatever arises can only be a thought or a feeling, a sensation. Yeah, we will notice that. We will notice that, but be interested towards that which is aware of that which arises. All right, thank you.